We'd like to call this meeting to order, please. If you would please stand for the prayer and the pledge. Mr. Drew Harris, would you please lead us in prayer?
Father, we want to take just a minute to bring you glory and honor because you're worthy. So we thank you for your hand in our school system. We thank you for your guidance and your leadership. We thank you for putting the people in place who are going to lead us in a direction that is benefiting to our kids and our staff members and most importantly, glorifying you. We do pray for the work that's done. We pray for the decisions that are made. God, that it would be to glorify you and that we would just seek you in everything and seek your guidance. Just give you the praise for what you do in our school system and in our lives. We do thank you for just all the recognitions that are here tonight, that we're here to celebrate and honor for the students who have met goals and made achievements, to the retirees that we want to celebrate and recognize. Thank you for all the contributions of each person, whether it's students, staff, administrators, board members, all across the spectrum, God. We just thank you for your work, and we thank you for the way that you have blessed us. We pray that you continue to keep your hand on us, God, that we would seek you and just bring you glory in everything. Just give you praise. In Jesus' name, amen.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. It's great to see a large crowd tonight. It makes me very happy when we have a boardroom full because that means we have a lot of things to celebrate. One thing I wanted to update the community on, this week we are celebrating, well, this week and last week, depending on which schools we're having which state testing, but anyway, we're celebrating Teacher Appreciation Week, and we are just, very thankful for all the educators that we have here in Brandon County. They are the heartbeat of our school system and pour into our kids daily, and their impact can never be measured. So we're just so thankful and want to do a shout out for all of our educators in Brandon County. I'm going to ask our board chair if she would to read a poem for us in honor of Teacher Appreciation Week.
100 years from now, it won't matter what kind of car I drove, what kind of house I lived in, or how much money I had in the bank, nor what clothes looked like on me. But the world may be a little better because I was important in the life of a child. Amen and amen.
Thank you. All right, I also want to, I probably don't have to highlight this for the students in the room, but I will for everyone else. The last day of school is Wednesday, May 24th. It's an early release day. And then that Friday, May 26th, will be graduation at 7:30 p.m. At this time, I'm going to ask our high school principal, Dr. Todd, if you will come give us a sports update. I mean, this spring has had us traveling all over the place, and we have been at some exciting competitions.
No doubt. Thank you, Dr. Morgan. And I had a lot, but with the large crowd, I'm going to keep it very brief. But our baseball team had an excellent season this year. We got put out in the playoffs this weekend, Saturday, against Fellowship Christian. But they went 2-1 in the playoffs. They swept Putnam. They swept BCHerons. They lost to Fellowship Christian, but Elite Eight is a great status.
Awesome.
So
Yes.
very proud of our baseball team. Our track and field, we had Madeline Saunders placed 10th, and we had Devin Saunders that tied his personal best high jump at 6'2" and placed 4th. So Devin will end up going on to state. So we're very proud of him, and that's going to be May the 11th. The state championship at BCHerons High School in Powder Springs, Georgia. So very happy with that. Our tennis, we've had a strong tennis program for a long time, but they actually made another history-making season this year with last year and this year both going to the Final Four, boys and girls, and that's a huge accomplishment. Our boys went 3-1 in the finals with wins over Putnam, Cook, and Athens Academy. And our girls went to beat Putnam, Cook, and Athens Academy. And our boys went 3-1 with wins over Johnson of Augusta, Berrien, and Athens Academy. But again, very, very good season for our tennis program. And then our fishing team, we have 4 teams that are advancing to the state championship on May the 20th at Clark Hill. So, great spring season for our sports, and every coach that talked to me told me how proud they were of the support that our community gave them, and so we'd like to thank our community as well. Thank you.
Yes, and we're excited. Next month, we'll be recognizing our FFA and a lot of their achievements and bringing some of the spring sports back. We also have our outstanding band concert coming up. That band program, we've brought them up here a couple of different times. They just continue to amaze us. So, we have our high school band concert next Tuesday. Next up, it is time to recognize some very special students with some outstanding achievements. So Dr. Haney, if you'll help me out with this.
So it is my honor to present our star student, Mr. Carter Strickland. Will you come up, please? Carter received a 1390 SAT score. And while we are congratulating him, we're going to tell you a little bit more about Carter in just a little bit, because he's got another award coming. But we also, tonight, Carter wanted to also thank his teacher, his star teacher that he picked. So, Miss Landra Winder, would you please come up here? And I want to read what Carter said about Miss Winder. Of all of the classes I've taken in high school, AP Language felt the most like a movie. An academic family was formed between the students in the class and Mrs. Winder. Going truly above and beyond for her students, she pushed us to our furthest potential despite our whining and comments of doubt. Of course, the class was about learning writing and composition techniques, sure, but Miss Winder ensured that the class taught us so much more. Work ethic, dedication, integrity, and diligence were traits that were not only introduced, but nurtured. Finishing the class with a letter of affirmation to each student, Mrs. Winder did more than just take up a new role as the AP teacher that year. She ingrained her talents and traits as a person into her teaching, and all of her students grew better for it. And I don't think there's better words there. And Ms. Winder is one of our ELA teachers at the high school.
Okay, it's my pleasure to discuss a couple of students. One has already been mentioned, and these two are going to receive the highest honors at graduation. But the first is our salutatorian with an academic GPA of 101.35, and that's Mr. Carter Strickland. So since the 5th grade, Carter's been in band playing the trumpet. He's been a member of TSA and participated in competitions at the state level for the last 6 years. Since 8th grade, he has marched 5 wonderful halftime performance shows. In his future plans after graduation, Carter will be starting an internship with Retiree Advanced Materials over the summer and in subsequent summers until, he plans to do his undergraduate. And he will be majoring in mechanical engineering at Georgia Tech as a member of their wonderful honors program. Mr. Carter's favorite teacher, in addition to Ms. Winder, is Mr. Jackson. Mr. Noah Jackson has helped him grow tremendously as a person. Congratulations.
If you are a family member of Carter Strickland, will you please stand if you're here to support him tonight? Here we go. There's some parents and grandparents.
Okay, another very special student that we would like to recognize tonight is our valedictorian with an academic GPA of 101.52, and that is Mr. Jaden Rao. Congratulations. Jaden has been involved with Beta, FFA, and varsity tennis. In his future plans, Jaden plans to attend the College of Coastal Georgia to pursue a degree in biology. After a couple of years at the College of Coastal Georgia, Jaden plans to transfer to the University of Georgia to finish his bachelor's degree. His future career plan is to become a veterinarian. His favorite teacher is Ms. Winder. She has taught me for the past 3 years. She is always happy and encouraging to me. She has pushed me to be a better student. Congratulations to both of you.
And if you are here as a family member of James, if you'll please stand, his parents and grandparents will give them. Next, I would like to ask Dr. Tim Sawyer if he would come forward and give us an update on the Retired Educators Association for Brantley.
Hi. So I really came here not as much to do that, because I know a lot of you are here to celebrate the people that are here to be celebrated, and that's really why I'm here too, and that is to congratulate our retiring educators, and that includes certified personnel, classified personnel, bus drivers, school lunch, you know, everybody. And I've been accused of being here recruiting for the Brantley County Retired Educators Association, and they're not wrong. But the BCHerons is kind of a good place for the next step for those people that are retiring, because we, as you can see, if you can see that over there, we won, pardon me, but a buttload of awards last week at the Georgia Retired Educators Association Conference, and first time that I know of we've ever gotten all of it. Basically everything we could get, we got. And so we're excited about that, not because we're all about winning, although we kind of are, but because that means we're doing things right. And that means that the retired educators in Brantley County are able to get some of the benefits from the Georgia Retired Educators Association. We have great meetings, and so we're just excited that things are going so well with, did I do that? Going so well with the Brantley County Retired Educators Association. But really, I'm here again just to congratulate everybody who, as well deserved, is retiring this year. So congratulations to those of you that are about to join us, whether you join our organization, which we would love, or not, but you're joining us in being retired, and it's great. I can tell personally, best career move I ever made, and I hope it is for you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happen to have and business cards with information.
Thank you, Dr. Sawyer. Tonight, we have set aside a special time to recognize some very important and honored guests, our retirees. Throughout their careers, these folks have invested their energy and hearts into making a difference in children's lives. We can all remember that special teacher, bus driver, lunchroom worker, custodian, etc., from when we were in school. Just know that these retiring employees sitting here tonight have had an everlasting impact on countless children. Our community will be forever grateful and better because of the work of their hands, their hearts, and their minds. On behalf of Brantley County Board of Education and all of your administrators, we congratulate you on a job well done and wish you lots of fun and relaxation in the years to come. We pray that the Lord continue to bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Angela Haney and Ms. Caroline Gill to come forward and help me present the plaques to our retirees.
So we have some very special words that have been sent in from our retiree schools, and so I will read those, and Ms. Gill will read those as we introduce each one of our retirees tonight. Liz Conley has 17 years of service, and what they said about Ms. Conley is, it has truly been a blessing, honor, and privilege to work with Liz in the school nutrition program. As a manager at AES, Liz has always had a great work ethic. Her management skills have always been top-notch, and Liz has faced many obstacles in the past few years and remained dedicated to her job and staff. We could search the world over and never find a more dedicated, kind, and compassionate employee. Liz loved her work, her job, and most of all, she loved the students and her staff. We wish her well in her retirement, health, and adventures. She is and will be greatly missed. Ms. Conley, she's not here tonight, but we will still, I think she is listening in. Our next person is Janice Nichols.
Come on up.
I saw her. Miss Janice has been driving a school bus since 2001 and has been absolutely wonderful to work with. She has always maintained a positive attitude with her coworkers and students and is an inspiration to all those around her for her kindness and willingness to serve. Miss Janice has earned her retirement to spend with her family and keep her new granddaughter. Miss Janice will be greatly missed at the bus yard, but we know she will enjoy spoiling that new granddaughter. Next is Miss Lisa Johnson. Wow, what a wonderful, God-fearing nurse we have had for a long time. Her demeanor is just precious. She has been so faithful to take care of our kids and our employees and sometimes even our parents. She has such a positive spirit about her that you can't be around her without knowing that God is within her. I am thankful for her service and leadership at HES. Miss Marcia Thompson. Oh, and I'm sorry, Miss Lisa is 23 years. And Miss Nichols was 22 years. Miss Marcia has 23 years with us. Miss Marcia has served as an elementary student, our elementary students in Brantley County for the past 23 years. We have had the pleasure of working with her at NPS for the past 7 years, and she has brought a contagious passion for teaching students to read. Miss Marcia promotes high expectations as she maintains a structured, supportive learning environment. Additionally, her creativity has been invaluable in helping plan and organize celebrations and special events that promote a positive school climate. Thank you, Miss Amy Flowers. Miss Amy has had 25 years with us, and she had to put up with me for a while as well. Thank you, and congratulations to someone that has served a very important role at Brantley Middle. Miss Amy Flowers has been at Brantley Middle since 2009. She has played a huge role in keeping BCMS running smoothly over the years as our bookkeeper and scheduler. Miss Amy is a godly woman that I know has lifted up many of our BCMS family in prayer over the years, and we're going to miss her, but know she is looking forward to the next chapter of her life in taking care of her sweet grandkids. Miss Karen Williams. Miss Karen has been working for 26 years. Mrs. Williams has been an integral part of the AES family for 14 years with 26 years in the BC school system. We are honored that she chose to spend the majority of her career here at AES to work with the Wolf Pack, and we are thankful for her math expertise and her mad science experiments. She can be seen pouring her love and knowledge into her students on a daily basis. Even after her students move on to higher grades, they always stop by to get a hug before they leave. here's another one that's had to put up with me, Miss Melissa Harper. Miss Harper has 29 years. She has been a blessing to us at HES. She loves her students and has a great relationship with her team, students, and parents. She traveled to Ware while living in Hoboken for several years, but finally decided that she wanted to join the HES team, and we are so thankful that she did. Thank you for your service to HES. She will sincerely be missed by all at HES.
I get to recognize a few of you guys too, and I think this is what's hitting me. You're taller than me. I didn't make that adjustment earlier. Okay. So the first person that I get to recognize is Miss Christy Peterson, and she has completed 29 years, and she's coming from HES. Ms. Peterson, one of our strongest teacher leaders at HES, serves in so many roles for her team and our school. She is our grade level leader and has served on our leadership team for several years. She is one of the host leaders for our FCA at HES. She is the head sponsor for our Veda Club. Her leadership and experience will be greatly missed. Thank you for your service to HES. The next person to be honored is not in attendance tonight, but is Miss Selena Tumlin, and she has completed 29 years as well. And she finishes out her career at Brantley County High School. Coach Tumlin will definitely be missed at BCHS. She has served as coaches for both girls softball and girls basketball. In basketball, Coach Tumlin had a career record of 151 to 88 with a Final Four and an Elite 8 appearance. And I believe I was at a few of those tournaments. It was an awesome time in Brantley County. She is one of the winningest coaches for the Brantley County school system. She has been our athletic director for the past 14 years and has helped develop, propel, and strengthen our sports programs. Her wisdom and dedication to the students of Brantley County will definitely be missed. Thank you, Miss Coach Tumblin. The next very special person that we want to recognize is Miss Debbie Dean. She has completed 30 years here at the Board of Education office. With 30 years of service to the Brantley County school system, Debbie has been the supporting hero to the superintendent seat for over 26 years. This precious lady, and we mean precious lady, is amazing. Her work ethic, people skills, and expertise are second to none. While we will miss the joy she brings to our office every day, we are thrilled to see Miss Debbie get to enjoy all the blessings of a wonderful retirement. The next person we're going to honor is Miss Sylvia Page with 30 years from HES. To the general public teacher group, Miss Page is such a meek and mild individual, but oh, when you walk in her classroom, she's an amazing teacher. The air in her classroom is always so kind, loving, and understanding to each of her students. Amazing is the word I would use to describe her as a teacher. Thank you for your time at HES. Her sweet spirit will be greatly missed. The next person we'd like to honor is Miss Janet Heron with 30 years from NTS. Miss Janet has served the students of Nahana Primary School exclusively for the past 30 years in several capacities, including teacher, RTI coordinator, and instructional coach. Miss Janet consistently gives 110% to meet the individualized needs of her students, and I've witnessed that for sure. I've witnessed it. She promotes a culture of hard work and productivity as she helps students reach their full potential. Through her dedication, sharing of expertise, and continual prayer, Miss Janet has been a blessing to countless students and staff members throughout her career. Thank you, Miss Janet. The next person we want to honor is Miss Tina Smith. With 30 years experience, and she comes to us from Nahana Primary School. Miss Tina has been committed to serving the students of Nahana Primary School for the past 30 years. Fun fact, those 30 years have all been in the same classroom. Miss Tina has consistently provided a structured, fun learning environment for her students. In addition to songs, dancing, and engaging stories, Miss Tina has been known to teach her students some Spanish along the way. Invitations to join her students in a game of hot potato or to check a super duper stack of work will be greatly missed. We thank Miss Tina Smith. The next person we would like to honor is Miss Kathy Johns with 30.5 years. She has worked with us at MPS, and Miss Kathy has faithfully served the students of Main Hunter for the past 29 years. In her role as paraprofessional, she's demonstrated unwavering dedication and commitment to serving students and helping teachers and staff. Miss Kathy's positive attitude and hard work are evident to all. Along with her many positive character traits, her humor will be greatly missed. Miss Kathy, we appreciate you and wish you the very best in retirement. And last, but certainly not least, because I believe that these numbers are handy. This is the highest.
They're gonna miss her at the high school.
With 31 years, Miss Mary Hall has blessed us. Mary Hall has been an extremely faithful and wonderful employee at Brantley County High School for many years. As our head custodian, she has kept our school clean and tidy, helping to provide an environment where staff and students can thrive. Miss Mary is the type of employee that is always early to work, always smiling, and always doing whatever she needs to do to get the job done. She will definitely be missed at BCHS. Thank you, Miss Mary.
And we have one more treat for our retirees. I wanted to see if Coach Horn would come forward and read a poem to all of our retiring educators.
We appreciate all of you very much and all your dedication to us and to this county has been wonderful, and thank you. You've taught us well with wisdom and care, guiding us through each step and each stair. Now it's time for you to take rest and enjoy the life that you do best. You touched so many with your heart and soul and left a lasting impact on each goal. We'll miss you dearly, but wish you well in this new chapter where time will tell. So here's to you, dear educator and friend. May your retirement be full of joy without end. Thank you for all that you have done, and know that your legacy will carry on. Thank you very much, guys.
Let's give them a hand. And that, Madam Chair, concludes the superintendent's update.
Thank you. We will take a 2-minute break for those that wish to go home and have family time or finish homework or have supper. Those that wish to stay, you may, and we will resume in 2 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, we are back, and is there any public participation? Hearing none, we'll move on to the approval of the agenda. Are there any additions to be added to the agenda? Hearing none, I would like to have a motion to adopt the agenda, please.
I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Thank you. Second? I'll second. Ms. Kathy? Ms. Kathy? Yes. Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes. Next is the disposition of the minutes. Is there any correction to the minutes? Hearing none, do I have a motion for the minutes?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Kathy? Yes. Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes. The monthly financial reports, do I hear a motion to approve those?
I'll make a motion to approve the financial report.
Thank you. May I have a second? I'll make a second. Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Kathy? Yes. Mr. Mike? Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
You gonna read?
I get to that. Our SPLOST was phenomenal. Our local collection was $168,342.58. Y'all have done a beautiful job, people, keeping the money in Brantley County. That is wonderful. And people must have used their taxes buying new cars, because our car tags was $121,642.90 for a grand total of $289,985.48. That might be a record for how long? A long time? All right. Yes, that is phenomenal. Keep your dollar in Brantley County. It counts. It makes a difference. Thank you. I will turn it over now to Dr. Morgan.
Yes, ma'am. We'll begin with our action items. I recommend to approve the board policies reviews, sections D, E, and F as presented.
You hear the recommendation. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to grant the board policy.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Yes, ma'am. This is, we're continuing. We've been in the last couple of months reviewing our policies, and so this is the next section, mostly dedicated to our financial procedures, buying and purchasing and so forth. So we consulted with GSBA, and they made their recommendations, and we're here now to see if you will accept those recommendations and vote on approval.
Any other discussions? Hearing none. Ms. Kathy? Yes. Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the bid of $28,560 from Imagine Learning from Edgenuity Instructional Software to purchase software to be used at Brantley County Middle School and Brantley County High School.
Hear the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the recommendation of Imagine Learning.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Yes, ma'am. As we discussed earlier in our work session, this program is going to be used to replace Odyssey-ware, which is being phased out and no longer supported.
Anything else? Ms. Kathy? Yes. Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the bid of $9,400 from Ram Jam Web Services for web hosting for all 7 schools and the system level website.
We hear the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to support the web hosting.
Do I have a second? I'll second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Kathy? Yes. Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the bid of $40,845 from Baker Ballistics LLC to purchase 7 ballistic shields with add-ons for the SRO officers.
We hear the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the recommendation from Baker Ballistics.
May I get a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Yes, ma'am. We feel like this is a step in the right direction to add another layer of safety to our schools, and As you can see, that price is for all 7 schools, so if you divide it out, it'd be a small portion of the $50,000 per school for the safety grant.
Any further discussion from members? Hearing none, Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the bid of $6,076.79 from Tyler Technologies for the renewal of Tyler Technologies routing fleet management software for the transportation department.
We hear the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the recommendation of Tyler Technologies for the fleet software renewal.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
This program's been working well for our department, so we want to stick with it. This is the renewal price.
Okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the bid of $42,400 for software to be utilized by the finance department from your one source solution as presented.
We hear the recommendation. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the bid for your one source solution software.
Thank you. A second.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Yes, ma'am, this is the program that Ms. Gill spoke with us from the finance department last month, and then again during the work session that's going to combine some of the different efforts that we do on that finance hall and improve our processes and make us more efficient.
Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the contract with Pierce County Schools for our deaf, hard of hearing services for FY24. Ms. Heather Tomlin will be providing services.
We hear the recommendation. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the contract with Pierce County Schools, deaf, hard, and hearing services.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the bid from Woody Folsom Ford to purchase a truck for the maintenance department at the cost of $63,950.
We hear the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the recommendation for Woody Folsom.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the bid of $6,010 from Howard Technology Solutions to purchase 20 Chromebooks for the special education program as presented.
We hear the recommendation. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to purchase the 20 Chromebooks for the special education program.
Thank you. A second?
I'll second those 20 Chromebooks.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I recommend to approve the bid of $3,629.40 to purchase 4 laptops for the pre-K program.
We hear the recommendation. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the recommendation for 4 laptops for the pre-K program.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes. We are not needing personnel. Is that still stand? Okay. Hearing no need for personnel, Dr. Morgan, I turn it over to you.
Yes, ma'am. I would like to ask the board to accept the following resignations, please. Levi Heron, teacher at Nahunta Primary School, and Taylor Child, teacher at Waynesville Primary School.
You hear the recommendations. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the resignations.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I'd like to ask the board to accept the following retiring resignations. Janice Nichols, bus driver, David Burgess, bus driver.
You hear the recommendations. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the retiree resignations.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Mr. Mike? Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I'd like to ask the board to accept the following recommendations for hire. Carla Perkins, secretary at Nahunta Elementary School, Corey Kaufman, custodian at Atkinson Elementary School, Candace Yawn, secretary to the superintendent, Mara Mallard, teacher at Nahunta Primary School, Elise Ammons, pre-K teacher at Nahunta Primary School, Ashley Turner, pre-K paraprofessional at Hoboken Elementary School.
We hear the recommendations. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the recommendations to for hire.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Ms. Kathy? Yes. Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes.
I'd like to ask the board to accept the following transfer of Miss Lori Novak from Nahunta Primary School to a teacher at Waynesville Primary School.
We hear the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion for the transfer.
Do I have a second? Also. Thank you. Ms. Kathy? Yes. Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes. Anything else? May I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. May I have a second? I'll second. Thank you. Ms. Kathy? Yes. Mr. Mike?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
Teresa votes yes. Everybody have a blessed